Rip it up. What's up, people? Welcome back. Crash Flow. Walking through traffic over here, NYC. And it's chilly weather, bro. It's not freezing, but it's getting chilly out here. Wind's blowing hard, and you gotta step up your commitment in this weather. Everybody knows that. Skating in cold weather is no joke. So I wanted to go out today anyways and do a little rip tip, talk about wall rides and wall ride nollies. Because I don't think I've ever seen a wall ride nollie tutorial or things like that, because it's really a fun trick. And I wanted to keep going over these tricks like wall rides and wallies, wall ride nollies, because these are great tricks, you know, before you get running off to the 360 flips and the barrel heels. These are some cool tricks to learn, and it's one of my favorite tricks. Wall ride nollies especially, or switch and fakie, and then there's endless ways to do combinations and variations from there. So yeah, we're just gonna cruise around today, do some wall rides and see what happens. All right guys, let's go. So I recommend, if you're starting out, if you can find a bank to wall like this one, that's a great one to start on. Or anything slanted like the barriers or something at an angle, or even a really steep bank to learn. But with wall rides on bank to walls, you're almost pumping up twice as much as a regular bank. So you usually bend your knees to pump up a bank really hard, and then you're pumping up again, projecting yourself onto the wall and turning around at the same time. So I always say this, it's almost like there's 4-part series to this trick, but it happens so fast it's almost looks like one fluid trick, which it is, but you're doing 4 different things. So if on a bank to wall, which is different from a regular wall, you're pumping your knees up the bank, and then you're gonna pump it again, pushing all your weight on those back wheels. But as soon as you get onto a wall, you're actually starting to push up with your front foot, and that becomes the difference that you can't really see. But when you're wall riding, for a slight second, you're pushing up with both feet. So your weight is pushed back as much as you can, and you're projecting yourself onto the wall with pushing both feet onto the wall, then lifting up and turning back down slowly. Not too much, but enough so you can guide and control on your back wheels into the bank, and keeping your knees bent at all times. You want to make sure your knees are bent a lot as you pump up and then you're pumping up again onto the bank, and then your knees are still bent as you're compressing down to the bank and onto the ground. So you really want to have your knees agile, flexible, and ready to bend up and compress and then bend again. Also, this is so crazy walking down Soho. All you see is the boarded up stuff in the background. Plenty of places do wall rides, but they're boarded up because tonight is the election, and if Trump wins, it's gonna be riots. But I just thought that was interesting. Then when you take it to the streets and you try a real wall, a straight wall, it's a big difference and a lot harder. One thing you gotta notice is your angle. You don't wanna go at a 90-degree angle, but you wanna go pretty much 70. And you're really scraping up those back wheels with all your weight and then pressing your front foot up the wall. Right at this moment, it's hard to tell, but that's what I'm doing. And that's a big difference. So then you're scraping those back wheels right off the wall onto the ground. Now this is really tricky. Like I said, it's like 4 parts, but you're doing it very quick. So I'm scraping those back wheels, pushing up with my front foot, then scraping off. And you can almost slightly ollie off the wall, but you don't. It's kind of like this slappy motion. And that's exactly what you don't want to do. I put that there so you could see that a lot of times you land primo. Now, a lot of the times when you try to lift up, it's hard to come out quick, so you land primo like this.
Don't do that.
And what we're trying to do is do it very fast. So when you come out, you're scraping. You don't have to pop, but you're scraping up. So you have to do that as your momentum is still on the wall. You have to already start to turn off and scrape those back wheels off, and you should be good. And with a wall ride nollie, it's very similar, but you're skipping your back wheels. You're just lifting up, hitting your nose on the wall, and then you're pushing off like a nollie. So you should be able to do a little nollies to be able to do this trick. But you're lifting up, but before you even get those back wheels on the wall, you already nollie out. It's pretty straightforward if you can nollie and wall ride. But another thing that's important for wall ride nollie is that your setup should be 1 foot all the way on the nose and 1 foot all the way on the tail. So you want to have a wide setup when you do this trick, and you should be good.
We in New York City, doing wall rides anywhere, everywhere. You know what I mean? I just got one on this wall. Find a wall near you. Anything slanted, you know what I mean? Something cozy.
So that's it for wall rides. Pretty straightforward. I want you to remember though, this is a really hard trick. It took me a long time to get a good wall ride on a straight wall especially. But like I was saying, you can start on slanted banks, steep, you know, anything with a little slant. Those barriers are really good to learn on, but it takes a lot of time. So just commit to the process that it's gonna take a little while and it's not easy to learn. But you know, wallies and wall rides and slappies and pole jams, all these tricks are so fun. I can't stress how much fun they are when you get them, and there's no other feeling like doing a wall ride. I mean, you're kind of defying gravity. That's what's cool about skating. And like wall rides, it's like it's pretty crazy. You're like riding the walls on your wheels. So I really suggest you take your time and learn this trick if you can't do them. Hopefully this video helped you guys. And yeah, definitely got to get a wall ride, man. They're so fun, and there's never a shortage of walls, especially in a city. All right, guys, bless up.